Hello again and welcome to another episode of your favorite podcast, the Sound Good Podcast. I'm your host, Michael, making some huge assumptions here.
Oh god, I had a lot of phlegm in my throat at the start of that. Oh boy. Hey, I'm Micah. Sorry. I don't know, I went and saw that new movie, 5 Feet Apart, and it's all about having cystic fibrosis, and like just seeing them have so much mucus like has been fucking me up lately. Sorry.
Okay. I have no idea what you're talking about, but anyway, this is a music podcast, so today we're going to be talking about the new album, I'll Always Be the Same, by Philadelphia-based band The Drowned God.
Oh, Philly.
Philly.
This podcast sure
Philly.
has a lot of Philly people.
Oh, Philly. Touchy Philly?
Look, you can't be talking about the world is a beautiful place like that.
Hey.
Get your hands off of them.
That's fair.
Yeah. Anyway,
to start off the episode as usual with our dumb rambling, and
Some
I really
news.
wish I had somebody here to tell me whether or not these intros were good,
I mean,
because we're a little biased. I think we think they're good.
I'm not biased at all.
I don't know
what you're talking about.
Whatever.
Anyway,
news.
So what do I got?
Wow, you
got
actually
some
have
news.
papers
Yeah,
to like make
yeah.
noise with and everything,
Yep.
dude. What
Mhm.
the fuck?
Yeah, my sources.
Come on, man. You can't show me up like that, dude. God damn it.
So, it looked like everybody's favorite local Kansas City band, Mess, put out a new single for their upcoming album.
Oh yeah, they did. Dead Space, right?
Yeah. What was the name of the
Yeah.
album? It's coming out.
Learning How to Talk.
Maybe.
I believe so.
This is awkward.
Anyway, yeah, the new
it's their
the new
debut
single
album.
they put out, debut album. It comes out. What was it like? Doesn't it come out next week? Next Friday?
Possibly. Wow, we are just like nailing this.
Well, because
Information
don't they have the
game.
don't they have the release show? Their release show is next Saturday, I believe.
Ooh,
on the
nice.
30th.
Where is it? Do you know?
The Rhino, I'm pretty sure.
I want to go, but I don't know if I should be able to go.
I'm pretty sure it actually sold out earlier this week. So if you don't have a ticket, you can't go.
I can kill somebody. It's fine.
Just murder somebody in line. It's fine.
I've
it's
killed
fine.
stronger
All in
men
the name
for
of
less.
mess, right? But yeah, no, definitely go check out that new single from Mess. I believe it's on all streaming platforms now, and it debuted on Stereogum's website.
Yep.
So you can find it there, of all places.
Yes, and it is
But
learning
yeah,
how to
definitely
talk.
support
Confirm
the
that.
fantastic people in Mess.
I appreciate
Yeah,
them.
that's a good starter little bit of news there.
Yeah. The biggest one for me, I think personally, is that John Petrucci. No, it's not that one. That one's stupid and clickbaity.
Well, while we're on the topic of album releases and all that stuff, let me just I'll interrupt your news
I think
load
you're
for my
going to
little
go with what I
news
was.
segments. Oh, are you?
Oh, maybe.
I told you what I'm talking about.
Go
Don't
for
you
it.
dare.
Do it.
Don't you dare take mine. This is all I have.
My hands are empty though.
All right.
I need to steal some.
Yeah, if you're not aware, I know we talked about it. We've been talking about it for the past couple weeks, but last Friday on the 22nd, a couple of albums came out that we've been talking about. We've been excited about. Panorama from La Dispute came out on, oh God, what record label was that?
Oh, I have no idea.
Well, Panorama by La Dispute came out on Friday. Very excited to receive the vinyl for that.
I got mine.
Fantastic album. Yeah, I got mine.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not get yours?
Hey, shut up.
Should have ordered it sooner.
What do you mean?
That's how
I
that
ordered
works,
it
right?
back in like fucking December.
Did you order that
Yeah,
with
totally.
the lyric book or no?
I got the book. Yeah, I got the book.
Like the plywood book.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That'll be neat.
I
It
got
looks
the
like it's
book.
Epitaph Records.
Epitaph. Oh, duh, dude. I wanted to say Epitaph, but I wasn't sure. Yeah.
That was
Epitaph.
always like a weird word to me. I don't even know what that means. That was the name of like a Halo map. Remember Epitaph? I was like, how do you even say that?
Isn't Epitaph like something
It's on a grave.
you put on like a tombstone? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like your last words.
Basically. I want whatever
Yeah.
I say at the end of this podcast to be what's written on my epitaph. I'm just gonna say that now.
Bet. All right. I'll make sure it is worthwhile.
What else came out?
What else came out? Oh, LP3 by the world famous meme emo band American Football.
Did it change music as a whole?
Did what change music?
Was it groundbreaking? Was it the best album you've heard in your lifetime?
No, God, no.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
Was it the second coming?
It wasn't even the first,
my
man.
dick.
Oh.
All
right. But yeah, LP3 by American Football came out under Polyvinyl Records on Friday as well. There's some pretty vinyl.
Which number album was it?
What did I just fucking say? What did I just say? LP what?
I didn't know if that was just a name.
LP3.
Oh.
No, they're all self-titled LPs.
No, I know.
Dude. So like,
Just being an asshole.
come on. Yeah, a big one. There, that's all I got. There's that. I got my talking out of the way. You go ahead.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to like reserve any of your judgment, like so we could like talk about it later if we want to.
Maybe. Who knows?
I mean, I'm excited.
We'll see.
I never heard the Haley Williams song. Is it good?
Yeah. No, her feature on is pretty good.
Nice.
I will say, like it's the weirdest feature. Like name to see, like American Football, this 20-year-old fucking emo band, Haley Williams. What?
And she
They're
just
like-
recently re-dyed her hair orange. Like, oh, just nostalgia
Man,
everywhere.
Don't even. All right. Anyway, go on before I go on a fucking rant about real emo.
Oh no. Fight
Take
me
away my
at the emo night.
Take away my platform right the fuck now, Michael,
Oh, no.
before I come over there.
Sweep that soapbox out from under your feet. One of my favorite little news bits that occurred recently is that I'm in a lot of Dance Gavin Dance pages because for some reason there's a lot of groups that people just kept on remaking. The one I'm in right now is parentheses like no toxicity promise. It's really weird. So there was a lot of
backstory.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I bet there is.
Yeah.
Oh,
There is.
Yeah.
I was there for some of it.
There was a lot of like photos and people just talking about posting like pictures of familiar looking Dance Gavin Dance art, but it wasn't really like something we've seen before, and people going like, what album is this? And I was really confused, and it turns out that a new Dance Gavin Dance single leaked last week. It officially dropped on Thursday night, basically.
Friday.
So Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
It was like Thursday night at 11 though.
Yeah, I mean that's just because of where we live, though, dog.
California time is not real time.
It'd
not.
be East Coast because what the fuck, dude?
I said what I said.
Thought you were smart.
New song's called Headhunter.
There we go.
And in fitting fashion, since it's about hunting heads, the music video was about Tillian going for John, who was wanted. And that
I don't know, man.
video was
I don't know if
fucking
it's,
stupid.
It's about hunting heads. I don't know if it's very much about hunting heads.
Oh, no, the lyrics, no.
The chorus is like literally.
No, I'm just going by like
He
the song
said
title.
you want a father, but baby, I'm a baller.
I hate that lyric so much.
He said you need a father, but baby, I'm a baller. That's so fucking Tillian. It hurts.
I want Tillian to be my dad though.
That's so Tillian.
And I want John to be my dad.
I'd be terrified if John Mess was my dad, dude.
Could you imagine your
Bless
dad
his
just
mess.
like walking in the room and just chomping on glass? Because he does that frequently in his music videos. He does it in the Inspire the Liars video too.
I don't like I said, dude, I would be scared to have John Mess as my dad.
You just hear him in the background recording for his like solo Bandcamp thing.
Hear a bunch of distressed animal noises,
Oh,
and you
no.
just walk in the room and he's sitting there with a mixer and his laptop.
He's sitting
What?
there trying to do brain surgery on his cat so he can talk to it.
No, it's just so he can tell him he's his widow baby meow meow boo.
Yeah. But
Anyway.
yeah, that music video went off the rails. Basically, there was like an Old West shootout that every time it cut to a different person, they were using more advanced weaponry until it was alien weapons, and then Talion just drove off in a
What?
Corvette, basically.
What? Dude, I
Yeah.
need to watch this music video.
Did you not actually watch it? You shared it, but
No,
didn't watch
I
it?
didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. No.
Yeah, they were literally just popping off alien weaponry at each other, and then at the very end, Talion just drives into the sunset with like a Corvette. It was very bizarre.
Real shit. Tillian, if you're listening to this,
I love you.
stick with the cowboy aesthetic. It's good.
Oh, dude, I don't know. I saw the We
It's
Own
good
the
on you,
Night music video recently again, and Man Bun Tillian with a beard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously,
Oof.
that's like peak Tillian, but
Oof.
you can only take what you can get, man.
I guess so. And you know what? I'll still take it. It's fine. My next little thing of news. I don't know why I always have to
Bun
describe
Tillian
them
is
as
best
being
Tillian.
small. Maybe I'm
They're
compensating.
never
for something.
small, dude.
Anyway,
They're never small.
Amon Amarth announced their upcoming 11th album. I think I talked about the teasing for this a few episodes ago, but they officially announced it, and we were right that it wasn't like clouds like people were thinking, and that it would be Thor themed or whatever. It was actually like smoke, pictures of smoke that they were teasing, and the new album's gonna be called Berserker, and I guess it'll just focus on the Berserker like warrior from
We were right? What?
Norse mythology. Well, I talked about this, and like people on Facebook have been theorizing about that it would be about, because they just said the Berserker is coming with a picture of smoke, basically. Specifically, there's like different like denominations of Berserker, I guess you could say. They worship different animals. This will focus on like bear Berserkers, which were like the most violent. So that's neat. That's metal. The music,
The Berserker.
yeah, I didn't watch the music video. They put out a single called Raven's Flight, and all I know is that the album art sucks. That's about it.
Yeah.
We talked about
the
that.
album art looks like shit.
They did like this really bad CGI, just dude screaming with a bunch of spears pointed at him, and it's like,
He's a Zerker.
just looking back at the previous 10th album, Yams Viking or whatever, which was like their first ever concept album, like they did this really cool, just drawn dude standing in like rain, and it just looks cool. It looks awesome.
Dude, they probably could have just ripped the fucking character from For Honor or something,
Right.
and just slapped it on there. Just, there's a Berserker. Psh, looks good, man. Ship it. Print it. That's good.
And then they threw an axe. I don't. How old are Amon Amarth at this point? Haven't they been around since like the 80s?
Dude,
Almost. Wrong
I don't
person to
know.
ask.
You're the one who listens to him, man.
Dude. I
You're
mean,
the
this
one
is
in
their
group
11th
who
album.
listens to him. I mean, yeah, but if they put them out like every 2 or 3 years, that means like, I don't know.
And that's coming out on May 3rd, so pretty soon. And then there was some clickbait articles going around that apparently in one of the like Upteenth interviews Petrucci's been doing for like promoting Distance Over Time, the new album by Dream Theater, he just like kind of said that he'd be open to a Liquid Tension Experiment reunion.
Wow.
And of course that set people off, especially on Ultimate Guitar.
Yeah, especially Ultimate Guitar.
Liquid Tension has a few
That's
songs
funny.
I like, but honestly, I don't know that I care that much.
I mean, pretty much anything Petrucci does, guitar people will always like suck his toes.
Yeah.
So
Like Acid Rain
whatever.
is amazing. I love that song unconditionally, but Liquid Tension 2 like kind of goes off the rails for me a bit. It's not really that technical or anything.
yeah,
It's atmospheric in a way
is
that
it
doesn't
kind
grab
of
me.
like is it kind of like Petrucci's Winery Dogs or
No, it's not like, because like Winery Dogs was like dumb.
is it like not bad?
rock and roll? Yeah, like Liquid Tension Experiment's great. It's like very.
Oh, okay.
It is what it sounds like. Very experimental prog.
You're just not into it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like very atmospheric, and they have Tony Levin on bass, and he uses a really strange bass for all the recording. That's like it's like a tapping bass. It's really weird.
A fretless?
Yeah, but like I've never seen him like pluck it whenever I see live performances.
Huh.
Yeah. I'm super wrong on that. I know that, but that was Liquid Tension's cool though, because that was the first thing that they ever did with Jordan Rudess. That was like kind of like the way to test out how he would work out for Metropolis Part 2, the first album he performed on.
Oh yeah.
So if you go back and listen to Liquid Tension albums, like you can hear the influences of that era of Dream Theater. Like you can hear some like bits that were used later on for like Metropolis and some other albums. It's pretty funny.
I love when bands reuse old material. Fantastic.
Nice. Yeah, that's Dream Theater for
nice. Cool.
you. I've been doing that a bit.
Only been 30 years.
I mean, you can't blame them. It's kind of hard
can.
to not. They need to like get someone to write something like a code that they can just like put the new music in, and it like red flag if duplicate riff.
Right. How about they just have like all they need to do is have somebody like a super fan just follow them around to their recording sessions or their writing sessions, and when they start writing something, just have the super fan like that you
Get
did
an
that
air
in
horn.
dramatic turn of events. That's Outcry.
Yeah. That was moment of betrayal. Just
In the Presence of Enemies Part 2.
banging on the window to the recording.
That's just fucking Innocence Faded, you morons.
That was just
You
a
did
Papa
that
Roach
riff?
song.
Hell's Kitchen.
Marilyn Manson.
What the fuck? What is wrong with you guys?
Yeah. And speaking of Jordan Rudess, though, he has also been teasing his upcoming new solo album called Wired for Madness. Honestly, it looks really interesting to me. I'm interested, like, because previously he's been focusing on clean piano.
Wasn't one of his songs just recently featured on a Spotify playlist? It was something
Could've
called
been.
like "This Is Madness."
It's the title track, Wired for Madness.
Yeah. That's what it was. Then he was featured on a Spotify playlist called "This Is Madness," and then he was like on the cover, and that song "Wired for Madness" was on it.
Nice.
So that was kind of cool.
Yeah. They've been like getting a lot of Spotify kind of playlist stuff lately, like Dream Theater did too.
Yeah,
It's kind of strange.
Yeah, you just pay for it, dog.
Basically. I mean, yeah, it's not Periphery getting that too.
Yeah, you just pay for it, homie.
Oh, that kind of okay. I'll say it after. So yeah, he's been putting out new things for his new album, and I kind of got into that vinyl pre-order pretty early, so I'm gonna get like a signed copy. But
Ooh,
yeah, I think that comes out in like April something. It comes out pretty soon.
that's cool.
But yeah, he put out a new single, quote unquote, but it was really just parts 1.1 through 1.3 of Wired for Madness. It's not even like the full part, I guess. But yeah, that's 11 and a half minutes on its own.
Yeah,
And he put out a full video for it. That song is bonkers. Like, I'm glad that he's going full force on using more synth effects in his solo stuff, because like previously he would do like, here's a full cover of a Dream Theater song on just piano, or you know, and he would just do like kind of
Right.
classical piano stuff. So I like to see
cool.
What?
I just say cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
And since I kind of brought up Periphery, one other thing that I thought that people have been loving is that they put out a little preview of the full album recently, and on the video for that,
Oh wait,
They
you
miss-
mean Perpa Harry?
yeah, Periphery. They misspelled Periphery in the video. Completely unintentionally.
Periphery.
Misha's just an idiot, basically.
Perpa Harry.
Yeah.
It's perfect, dude.
So, man, they have
Don't
a
worry, though,
t-shirt that says
he-
Periphery with a cat on it. I want it.
Yeah. Oh. Don't worry, dude. Don't worry. It'll be fine. Misha like owns the gent shit posting page now, so
Yeah,
it's
he does.
cool.
Yeah. From his throne. He now controls the southern gentosphere.
Damn it, dude.
I wanted to say that, but I wanted to like keep it like relevant. This is from
Yeah.
a really bad meme that I posted, by the way, on our
It's fine.
yeah.
It's fine.
so
Nobody cares.
That's all my news. So let's get
Woohoo.
into. Do you hear that transition train?
Wait, shut up.
Chugging in? What?
Hold on.
Oh, no.
Hold on.
So the album that we're going to talk about is going to be introduced by me for once, because it's been like 4 episodes, I guess. I randomly found a really cool band through Google suggestions called The Drowned God, and they just put out their second album called I'll Always Be the Same. I don't know why I wanted to
Yeah.
say I will, just say the full grammar, I guess.
I'll always be the same.
Yeah. And I thought it was going to be a lot heavier than
Oh yeah, we should probably preface this discussion
Like,
with
what kind of
the
music they
Drowned
are?
God is not metal.
And yeah, they are, I mean, kind of, but
They're post-hardcore.
people who know popular stuff, the Drowned God is one of the gods in Game of Thrones that people worship, which is literally just like ocean god. So
I'm pretty sure the Drowned God is like a lot of other things,
Is
in,
it?
like old folklore and
Okay.
shit too. Like it's like a common theme in old folklore.
Yeah, I thought it would be a lot heavier. Also, not just on the name, but the album art for this just shows a bunch of like corpses like hanging in the water, and that was very unsettling.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, when I found them, I was looking for some more like death metal and other metal to like talk about for the show. But then I just like
Right.
I just found it, and I went, you know what? I like this a lot. I'm trying to find. I'm kind of failing you on when it was released. It was released in January.
I believe it was February 22nd.
January 25th, 2019.
Oh yeah,
on
that's
Solid
right,
State
January,
Records.
Because
It was released on the same record label as Demon Hunter, and
Oh, gross.
so that's gross. But
Oh wow. Yikes.
way to just ruin the atmosphere.
But yeah, anyway,
it's a really
we should definitely like
it's a short
really
album.
make sure to like hardcore mention that they are not like a metal band. Like
I don't know what I would describe them as. They're like
it's post-hardcore.
Just post-hardcore?
This is post-hardcore.
Okay, just straight up.
This is like this band is post-hardcore. Yes.
I think I just love post-hardcore then, because between this and like Spurv, you know, like I think I love post-hardcore sound.
Well, isn't Spurv like post-rock though?
Sorry, yeah, I guess, but like I guess post-rock /
Either way,
post-hardcore, I'm super digging.
Yeah.
And Bandcamp
You like the post genres.
has it covered. Yeah, especially just like the instrumentals of post, like it's kind of
Right.
nuts.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely just like a really straightforward, like standard post rock album. Like for what it is, like it's a really good. I don't know I don't know. You want to just like get into like starting on things that are good about this
Absolutely.
shit. All right. I make you go first. Do you want me to go first this time?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. All right. So, I've been mentioning a lot. I went into this like firsthand thinking it was gonna be some like heavy death metal, some like tech death stuff or something like that with a name like The Drowned God. And then I went and I looked him up on Bandcamp and I found their first album, Moonbear, which has really like death metal, prog metal looking art on it.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to it and I was like,
Ooh.
this is really weird. This is not what I was thinking. And then I found this album on Spotify and started listening to it, and I was like, I hope this is the right band. And like I remember confirming with you a couple times. I was like, is this the same band? Like we're listening to the same music,
so
right?
So the reason I was confused at first is when I was searching for actual death metal to find I cannot remember the name of the band. There was a death metal band that I was trying out to see if I would even like them. And when I switched to The Drowned God, because I kind of got tired of it, for some reason, Google didn't switch the audio. It just changed the artwork. So I was listening to it, and I didn't know that it was the same band. So I was listening to death metal with this artwork, and I was really confused. But yeah, I'm glad that I...
I just think the biggest thing that screwed with me with this band is like if you Google the band The Drowned God, Google tells you that they're an alternative / indie band.
Yeah, that's what Google Play says about them.
So that really like screwed with me too, it's just really weird. Like I wouldn't call this music alternative or indie. Like it's post-hardcore, pretty cut and dry.
I think the only one that kind of maybe fits that bill is the fourth song, Body Knot, but we can talk about that when we get there.
I don't know, dude. I mean, just like his vocals just kind of deny it right there. Like,
oh no, Body Knot's the only one that doesn't have screaming.
It has screaming in it. Every song on this album is screaming.
But Body Knot's the one where it slows down a lot. Whatever.
Whatever, man.
I'll fight you.
Do it.
Oh no.
How you gonna get here? How you gonna get there? All the interstates are closed. How you gonna get here? How you gonna get here?
I guess I win by default.
All the interstates are flooded. Try again, bitch. Yeah, no. Just right off the bat, like the opening track on this album, "Low in the Heavens," is like really good. Like right out of the gate, dude. Just the vocals coming in straight off the bat, just really strong and really heavy. Like it's I got really excited hearing the opening track like right away. I was like, oh, hell yeah, this is going to be some good shit. Like, I'm ready to roll on this, man. This is going to be good. And then the second track happens, Catholic, I believe it's called, right? Catholic? Yeah. Okay, Catholic comes on, and I'm like, I get bummed a little bit. Like,
yeah, that it doesn't escalate past what it already was.
Yeah, like I feel like this album kind of gets, I don't want to say worse, but it gets more boring as it goes on.
Okay.
In my opinion at least, because I get what they're trying to do, like in oh god, hold on, I need a track list so I can like actually like it's like my points make sense real quick. Give me 1 second here. Oh my god, I am stalling for time in the worst way.
Super R,
but it's okay,
you're exposing
because
your balls on camera.
All six of the people listening to this are gonna really care, dude.
Everyone's seeing your balls, dude.
Okay, so after I think Catholic is the song where it starts happening, but after Catholic, it just seems like every song on this album tries to get like progressive, kind of like they do weird chord progressions that just don't really jive with the sound that they're going for. I think the ones on If You Were Them, You'd Do It Too are like the biggest offenders.
Yeah.
Because they just make some really big interval jumps on these chord progressions, and you're just like, like that doesn't sound good. Like, it sounds like they tried to like be progressive and like, oh, here's something different. You know, this is a non-standard chord progression, but then they didn't realize that their vocalist only has like mid vocals.
Yeah.
And so like the chord and the vocals just like mesh horribly. And I just like, it's a real bummer because this band, I feel like, has a lot of really good potential. Like, it's an 8-track album. It's their second album.
It's only 29 minutes.
And it's just under half an hour long. So it's like a lot of the songs were very dense in their content for like the length of the album and all that stuff. Like, I was very surprised at how much was actually in these songs and how long they felt, despite only being 3.5 to 4 minutes long.
Yeah.
For the most part, at least. But like, the album just felt like as it went on, it felt like they were trying so hard to do things to be interesting, and it just fell flat in a lot of spots.
I can see that.
The outro track, You Were Right the First Time, is kind of a big like stinker for me on this album. I was not a fan of that track like at all. I didn't think it really ended the album very well. Not that like that's a metric for why I think it was bad, but just like I don't know. I think you think You Were Right the First Time is another one of those big offenders of the weird intervals and chord progressions and all that junk. But there are a couple good tracks on this album, like Low in the Heavens, Body Knot, like we mentioned, is okay for the most part.
Honestly, for me, I think Catholic was one of my favorites in terms of some. So I'm honestly, like, in terms of the emotion that they're trying to get out, I kind of had flashbacks to a little bit of, in reference to a sinking ship, a tiny bit, but like they weren't using death metal or I guess metalcore instruments at all, but like I think the vocals were still like there, you know, on like just like the intensity of the screams and everything. He's very similar style vocals to, I cannot remember the Dark Sermon guy's name. I feel bad. But like Catholic, for example, is one of my favorites because he really hits some like surprise lows that he doesn't anywhere else, that I thought had some really cool like effects on the mix. And overall, like the production of this album is fucking phenomenal to me.
The production is really good on this album, actually. And for the record, I fucked up on comments earlier. Catholic is okay, or If You Were Them, You'd Do It Too is an okay song. Catholic is the one that has the chords that I noticed first that really bothered me.
So, yeah, I was going to kind of get into that. I can understand if you're expecting, like, if you're hearing it in that sense where you're interpreting them as trying to be interesting, so they're doing these kind of jarring things that don't actually work. Honestly, if they are going for that, I think they failed for me too, because I just didn't even notice that they were doing things like that.
I mean, like, like just the intro, like heavy riff, once it gets past the clean stuff in Catholic, it just feels like they were just hitting random chords.
Really,
like
I just straight up didn't even notice, because like they are also kind of doing a wall of sound style with a lot of what's going on here. It's a lot of fuzzy, pretty overdriven instruments for the most part, and I think in retrospect I never really noticed that there was any bass. That could be good or bad depending on if it was mixed well, but
I don't know. I noticed the bass quite a bit, honestly, but yeah, like in Less Than an Exit, for instance, around a minute in, I remember this one like really specifically because I remember hearing the bass like really well during that part. But like, yeah, about like a minute-ish in on Less Than an Exit, there's like a really strong bass line underneath that. You can hear the bass a lot more when there's like clean guitars, which is good because you need something to hold that heavy bottom down when you've got the cleans going everywhere on top. Yeah. So I will give them props for that. Like a proper mix overall, like really good mix actually.
Yeah, and I would give them credit also for having like, I guess, the courage to be dynamic like that and actually use clean guitars with this like style of music. I guess I think that shows like knowledge of how to pace songs for the most part. Because if like much like in Reference to a Sinking Ship, if it was like those screaming vocals the whole time, which it almost kind of is on this, it would get really tiring.
See, I really like the vocals on this album though.
I think he was
really,
dynamic.
Really like this vocalist.
I think he did actually do some pretty dynamic things, and especially on Body Knot where he does clean sing for a while. I think that was really cool. Especially like I think Body Knot, which is it is literally the midway. A lot of bands do this where halfway through the album they'll give you like a light song that for the most part. I think they do start to bring it back so they can like kind of ease you back into the heavier stuff, but yeah, I
do think that Body Knot is like a changing point in the sound of this album too, because after Body Knot, every song has like a clean section for the most part.
Yeah.
Less Than an Exit has a really good clean section. Like I said, like a minute in, Confuser has like a clean section for like a lot of the middle of the track. Sorrow Came Without the Wind has a clean section like right at the beginning or something like that. I think You Were Right the First Time is the only one that doesn't, but I could be wrong. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't really like that song a lot.
Yeah, I wonder if there was any intention behind that for if they had like an audience for just the heavier part and like
I lied. There's definitely a clean part at like a minute 30 in that song.
Okay. But yeah, I wonder if like they intentionally did that so they could ease people into the music that they did want to make for the album,
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. Hard to say intentions of like songs and stuff like that.
Because I remembered it happening with Abandoned by Bears, where it started out really pop punk, but then by the last track they had fucking blast beats in the song, where it progressively just got heavier and heavier.
God, I forgot about Abandoned by Bears. I hope they have a new album coming out soon.
I don't know. I'm sure they've just been touring their asses off.
I actually forgot about them. Yeah, they were good stuff, dude. I hope them and Capstan get along really well.
Yeah, I hope that they just get proggier and proggier like they did towards the end of that album.
Yeah. Both bands for that fact.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree with you. There's a lot of potential on this album. I still really enjoyed it. I would agree with you that I think a lot of the stuff that they were trying to do even went over my head, which is also a signifier that it didn't work very well,
Right. Yeah, I don't know. There's a couple tracks on here I'll probably add to a playlist or something if I ever want to listen to them, but the album as a whole is not really memorable for me. The only tracks I could really see myself ever enjoying again are Low in the Heavens and Body Knot.
Yeah, it's like one of those albums where it as a whole doesn't feel like it has a unique identity, I feel.
It's back to the interval thing I said. The sense of, hey, we need to do something interesting that's not standard post-hardcore because we're post-hardcore. Yeah. We're supposed to be innovative, I feel like they've got this genre idea in their writing that is kind of misguided, where it's it almost the writing style of this album feels a lot like they were like, oh shit guys, we're post-hardcore. We're supposed to be progressive and innovative. So let's do this weird 1 to 6 chord progression, like a 1 6 4 7 chord progression or something, and it's you don't have to do that, dude. You can just play your shit, just chill.
Like, you could just be hardcore. It's fine.
Jesus Christ! I wonder how I'm gonna edit that hiccup out.
I don't know. That's
I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? It might stay in.
find out next time. On the-
Yeah, right. Pretty much. Find out when I'm done editing.
yeah. Yeah. So I guess
All
final
right.
thoughts. Like, would you recommend this album to any extent?
I mean, I'm gonna be real, dude. I listened to their first album a little bit, before before actually listening to this album, and like after it and in between and all that shit. I would honestly like recommend somebody Moonbearer over this album.
Okay.
But like, I don't know. I'd show somebody Low in the Heavens.
Mhm.
You know, I'd show somebody Body Knot.
Yeah.
Like the songs I enjoy, I'd show them that, but I wouldn't be like, yeah, the whole album's good.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, if I was trying to recommend a whole album to somebody, I would definitely give them their first album, Moonbearer. But like, yeah, no.
Yeah,
not this
and
one,
it's like, I don't know that this
unfortunately.
is a good introductory album to the genre at all.
No,
Definitely. Like,
no,
if I had
no,
a friend that didn't really know it, that for sure probably wouldn't go this direction.
Yeah. I would say, Captain, we're sinking. But that's just me.
Cool. Yeah, I essentially agree with you on those overall thoughts for the most part. So
You fucking copycat.
I guess, I mean, hey, like, yeah, I would just recommend like individual songs. Like, I think I would show a friend maybe Catholic, but that's like, for example, or definitely Low in the Heavens and Body Knot. But I think
Right.
it actually cracked me up. The second I saw the song title, If You Were Them, You'd Do It Too. I was like, oh, he's gonna like those. I can hear those vocals in my head, and that's gonna feel a little forced. And then it happened. Like, you can't really get that phrasing out there, I feel.
Yeah,
but
right.
I think it worked fine in this for the most part. But
Yeah.
I kind of rolled my eyes the second I
Generally-
heard it in the song.
Yeah, I don't know. Generally, I would give this album like a 6.
Nice.
Yeah, like a 6.
I feel you.
Like a 6. Yeah.
But,
yeah.
hey,
it's about a 6. That's
for the
still
most
above
part,
50%. So it's
It sounded
good.
good, but
God
because the
damn it.
production.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, I guess we should at
The
least say,
production
like, dude,
was
the
good.
drummer kind of goes off. I give him props.
Oh, the drummer goes ham.
Like,
dude.
there's a lot of
like-
really cool post-hardcore moments that the drummer just decides to go crazy, and I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to be clear. Like, anything I'm saying, like, negatively about the music, in by no way is like discounting the talents of like the people in this
No,
band. Like, they're still
absolutely
really
not.
good musicians. It's just some of these songs are flops.
Mhm. And that happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens. I'm fully aware. I know.
And stop yelling at. I can hear you typing.
16 songs in 4 years. I know.
So, yeah, I guess
So, yeah,
moving on from the music album review.
Oh wow, that was a good album review. I'm glad we talked about that today.
Gee, Steve.
Who the fuck is Steve?
I don't know.
Are
I
you
was
cheating on
going
me?
for a Blues Clues. Yeah, I'm cheating on
Are you
you with
are you
Steve from
cheating
Blues
on me?
Clues.
Steve Burns, I will have your fucking
He knows
head.
how to use a crayon.
Steve Burns makes really good music, dude.
Yeah, I forgot.
Did
He
you know that?
does.
Did you know
I
that?
really
yeah,
forgot
he makes
about
really
that.
good music. He's a really good like indie musician. He's fantastic.
God damn it.
Troposphere will forever be one of my favorite indie tunes.
Yeah, but
of
what
all time.
about Joe though?
I don't give a
Joe
fuck
ain't
about
shit. We
Joe,
don't
dude.
talk about Joe.
Joe ain't
Fuck
shit.
Joe.
Steve Burns is the only Blues Clues motherfucker that matters,
He
dog.
is.
He's the only one that matters. Steve Burns for life, homie. I'll get his name tattooed on my fucking ass cheek or something. Steve Burns sponsor this podcast.
If you like this, he really will get your face tattooed on his ass. He will. Steve.
Steve Burns retweet this podcast and I will get your name tattooed on my
No,
ass.
his face.
It'll be
Oh,
my
I was
first
imagining like
tattoo.
his face.
No. I said name.
And he's like, gee, where's the clue? And the clue's like, never mind.
I'll get his name tattooed on my taint.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Anyway, you've been listening
Micah,
to any
what
new
have you been
music?
listening
Oh no. So I got
you first, I got you
need
first.
to listen to more. I got halfway through Panorama, then I had to do school. So now that I have the vinyl,
Ooh, bummer.
I'm gonna do that.
Fuck you.
Fulton. I got
Shut
through
up.
Fulton Street, and it's a big trip. You know what it is.
Yeah, that's a pretty long, devastating
Oof.
trip.
It reminded
No.
me a lot. Do they do that a lot on their albums? Because it reminded me quite a bit of
It's a really hard 10 minutes.
like the pacing of it, like the opening of the album into the two Fulton Street parts, it reminded me a lot of Somewhere at the Bottom of the River, like the intro to
No.
that, you know? Do they always start out like super like kind of poetic and like
No.
quiet like that?
No. No, Vancouver like comes out of the gate screaming for the most part.
Interesting. It was just kind of
Wildlife is like
okay.
kind of the same, I guess, and then Rooms of the House I'm not a really big fan of, so I don't remember what
Okay.
that one sounds like. But Rooms of the House is closer to this sound than any of their older stuff.
Interesting. Yeah, because having Somewhere at the Bottom being the only album I've heard, it kind of was very familiar starting this album.
Yeah. I mean, now that we can, I don't know. Do you want to just talk about Panorama like next week or some shit?
Yeah, we can.
All right, we'll do that next week.
And
we'll do that.
I
next
got
week.
my Obzen and Kolos vinyl from Bull.
Yeah, you never
Moose.
fucking answered me. How do they
I didn't
look?
unwrap them yet. But the outsides look pretty neat. I guess the only thing I don't like is that the Obzen art, since it's like super edited, it looks very CGI in the same bad way that the new Amarth does, you know? So there's kind of that, because it's not like the photo. I guess the other, like the original Obzen art was kind of a CGI.
It's
art
CGI
too.
as fuck,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
But the new one's
It
like
just
a
looks
little less
better.
believable.
Damn it, that sucks.
Because it's not like a pale dude anymore. Like he has like organs and like it's like really graphic. But yeah. So there's that.
Yeah, it's the big old extended artwork, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have I been listening to anything else, Michael? Have I talked to you?
I don't
about
know.
anything
I
else?
listened to.
I listened to the new
I listened
Free
to
Throw
the American
finally.
Football album. Oh, the new free throw songs. The Today is Especially
Yeah,
Delicious or
yeah,
whatever.
fucking love it.
How is that?
It's really good.
I listened to it like once and I don't remember it. It was kind of like okay, I guess.
I mean, yeah, I listened to it once too, but
That's the one. That's the one that kind of goes. Dun, 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 ba, 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 dun, 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 dun. Like, isn't that like the vocal line or some shit?
I
in
think
it?
so. If I
Yeah, I
remember
can't remember.
Yeah.
I'll have to.
Whenever
listen
that
to
new
it
album comes out, I'm
sometime
excited though.
soon. Next Friday.
Are you serious?
Why? Yes.
All right.
Same, dude.
God,
yeah, I
there's
pre-ordered
too
that one too. I'm
much
waiting.
Music.
I told you. What did I tell you like 2 weeks ago, dude? March is fucking full.
It is. You're right.
March is full. You got American football. You got fucking. You got My Band's EP. You got fucking Panorama. You got fucking new DGD. You got fucking Free Throw. You got William Bonney came out 2 weeks ago. March. It's March Madness,
Yikes.
dude. It's March Madness in the music world.
It basically is. So yeah.
Jesus
Anything
Christ.
besides LP3 and Panorama for you?
No,
No?
not really. No.
Nice.
Well, I mean,
You don't have to have something. It's okay.
No. I'm just trying to think if I had been listening to anything else. Nah, I mean, like Pliny every now and then, but
Meh.
I don't know.
I've been.
I don't know.
Actually
It's a lot
went
of,
back
it's a lot
to-
of Chimp Spanner.
I actually went back to Together Apart recently by Greaves.
Oh yeah, the Greaves album. Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, it still holds up.
Yeah.
Still really love
I
Boogeyman.
wonder if I can find that. Oh, I know what I wanted to say, dude.
What?
You'll never guess what I found last Sunday at my local music store, Homer's Music.
A girlfriend.
Ha! No.
Sorry.
Nah, dude, they had a fucking bootleg of Ex-Military from Death Grips.
Oh yeah, you did. You told me about that.
Yeah,
I didn't. I actually didn't realize that was a Death Grips album, and all you said was I found Ex-Military, and I was confused.
Yeah, it's their debut mixtape, the one that has like all the illegal samples in it and shit, so they can't stream it.
Oh,
Yeah, like they have
Okay.
like the entirety of the intro to Beware is a Charles Manson like audio clip.
okay. Why did they do that? What's up with them and serial killers?
Because it's fucking horrorcore, dude. Who gives a shit?
I don't know, man. I just like drink blood and stuff. Or was it?
I mean, dude. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I just want to drink blood, dude.
God.
But yeah, no. I found it was really cool. I found a bootleg copy of Ex-Military on vinyl, and it's actually a 2 LP, clear with like a weird marble swirl in it. But it's a just on the little sticker in the center, the whatever you call it, the label sticker.
Yeah, I don't know.
On the records themselves, they actually say on them, for promo use only, made in France. So that's kind of cool. It's really neat having a fucking bootleg of a really goddamn good album.
What is this band?
Amazing, dude. Who cares? And then I also picked up
apparently government
Bottomless Pit.
Apparently government plate sucks, according to all you people.
Yeah, it does.
I have no idea what that is. What do you mean? That sounds good.
Don't worry. I'll show you after this. But yeah,
you found Bottomless Pit.
Wow. Yeah, I got Bottomless Pit also, so that brings me up to 4 fucking Death Grips records.
Did you get your The Snitch on vinyl? I forgot.
Yeah, I got the limited green, like neon green one.
Nice.
It's worth like $60 fucking now. Jesus Christ.
Hey, you could sell it to put towards the Strandberg.
Don't fucking tempt me. Don't fucking tempt me. There's a lot of records that I could get rid of to like fund that thing instantly.
Do not. Don't you do that.
I could trade my entire record collection for one Strandberg. Like straight 1-to-1 trade. I could do
Michael,
that. No. It might be worth it. Who knows?
Won't.
Yeah.
No, you already got your XFX. You can't.
I don't know what you mean, dude. The XFX is just part of the plan. The XFX is part of the world domination, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, you can't talk about world domination like that. The FBI is going to kick in your window.
Oh, shit. Fuck. We better get in the podcast now, dude. Fuck. Shit. Oh, God.